Hi, say my name. Okay. First time I've gone live this week, I think. It's been kind of a hectic week. I just finished up a like training for a summit that I'm a part of in a couple of weeks. That was due later this week. I'm just finishing up a chapter for a book that I was invited to collaborate on, which I'm so excited about. And getting the replay out. If you're waiting for the ChatGPT class yesterday, the replay is on its way. It's rolling out. I'm just waiting for Kartra to approve some of the people that have asked. See, it's so different when you come to a new platform. Um, I've had so many people asking me for the replay, and so I've got this email, it's a broadcast set up, but Kartra is they need to look at all of these emails and they decide if I get to email them or not. So I appreciate your patience for it. No one has gotten left behind. And I do have a sign up page now. So if you didn't sign up for the class and you didn't send me your email for the replay, I do have an actual landing page that you can grab the replay from and it'll email for you. But yeah, so many new things. Like I used to use MailChimp. I know everybody hated it. I kind of miss it. But I can just be like, here's someone's email. And they're like, here, email them. And Carter's like, how did you get this? Do they know you're going to email them? Prove it. So dramatic. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not asking for their like social security number, bank, their bank numbers. Like, my goodness, they just want to replay. But anyway, it's all good. Also, like really quick, I decided just kind of out of nowhere. I love how quickly my team just like stays on top of it. They know I have ADHD. And so I was like, hey, do you know what? I'm gonna do like a Voxer broadcast for 6 whole months every single day. I'm gonna come in and I am going to talk to you. I'm gonna give you like stream of consciousness, which maybe some people are like, I don't want that from you, but I think that people do want it from me because it's so valuable. I'm going to give you like prompts, content tips, hacks, tips on sales, on marketing, on branding, on how to show up and what to say differently. And I just had to have so much fun. There's going to be like journaling prompts and confidence and CEO habits and mindset. And it's going to be like an all encompassing, like party, party, party. Like go out there, do something completely different. And like I said, every single day, I'm going to come into this Voxer channel. Everyone that joins will be in the same channel. Kind of like a clubhouse situation, but like way more geared to like you getting results, not me just like listening to myself and like typing at myself. I won't be giving like feedback or like content support in there. It's really just like for me to pour into you and you to be inspired and motivated and go and implement some things and get some tangible results and have a lot of fun. And like I said, 6 months every single day. I'm not taking the weekends off. I will be there every single day. $444, steal of a deal. And so I just kind of like thought about it yesterday. I announced it today and my team was like, oh, we have a cart for you. So like that's super exciting. We'll start it. You know what? Maybe we'll sell it for the rest of this week and maybe next week. We'll start it on the 26th. That'll be like the official day. But if you decide to come in like now, we can start chatting in there right now. Why wouldn't we? Because I want to talk to you. Okay, so today I really want to talk about like putting value in your value bank. That's something that I talk about in the membership. And I'm sure you've all heard me talk about, oh my God, I should introduce myself. Hi, my name is Brittany Budd, queen of content over here, business marketing strategist and business marketing consultant and content strategist. That's what I do. I help women in particular, moms, get fully booked, go viral, and get rich with their content. Fully booked means whatever the fuck you want it to mean. Some people are like, what fully booked? Like, what do you mean? Like if you have availability to take on 5 clients, then that is your fully booked. It's 5 people. Why would you not want 5 people? If you don't want 5 people, then you're not like, don't say it. Just say you only want 4 people. Then that's your fully booked. Like you get to decide what fully booked means to you. Let's just get people on your fucking calendar. And so like I talk often about like putting value in your value bank. And what does that mean? It means like doing things now that future you is going to be like, damn girl, thanks for doing that because that just paid me back 10 times in cash. And so like I often talk about how like my first year of business, I was like, I want to have $40,000 cash a month. How am I going to do it? And I sat there and I brainstormed and I went live every day and I gave old programs for free and there was all this cool stuff. And then it was like 12 months later, like almost exactly, that I had my first $40,000 cash month. But that's not the story I want to share today because I had this like memory I remembered last night. And of course, I'm like chatting in my head all night, like, what am I going to say on my live tomorrow about this thing? It sparked from doing this ChatGPT class yesterday. When I first started my business, I started my Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group, like go in there because it's so much fun. It's called Get Fully Booked, Go Viral, and Get Rich with Your Content with Brittany Budd. It's a free Facebook group. There's like 4,100 people in there. It's a lot of fun. There's tons of engagement, opportunities to sell, collaborate. Like we're having a great time over there. The group was bigger. I actually removed like over 1,000 people not long ago. And we're constantly adding and removing people. But like I started my group and within a couple of months, it was like thousands of people. And like I very quickly had people being like, wait a second, how did you do that? Like within a couple of weeks, it was thousands of people. Like, what did you do? And so I was like, all right, I am gonna teach people how to do Facebook groups. And I did my Facebook group masterclass so many times. Many of you here probably did it with me live more than once. I also charged for it at one point. I charged 97 for it. I charged 147 for it. Thousands and thousands of people have come to it live or gotten the replay. And it's still really valuable, even if you don't have a Facebook group, just like the tenets of like intentionally cultivating and curating who follows you, like is so important. But like I was doing this class, I did it so many times. I did it like all year, multiple times. And I remember sitting with one of my high level masterminds. It was the 500K club. We're sitting in this gorgeous 150-year-old manor that I had rented out for them. They all came to me. We tried to have all of these beautiful things, but a snowstorm came through and like trapped a bunch of my presents and my gifts to the experience, like my private chef and my hair and makeup team and things like that. Anyway, I remember sitting with these ladies in this beautiful like drawing room and we're on these gorgeous couches and I'm talking about like doing events and giving value and like planning for things like, do you want to grow your audience? Do you want to get more clients? Like, what's your purpose? What's your focus right now? And I started talking about how I used to do this Facebook group masterclass. You can still get the replay of that somewhere, I'm sure. And I was like, I did that so many times, thousands of people. Like, I never saw immediate results from it. I don't think I got any clients from it. Not that I think that it's a waste of time, absolutely not. But like, sometimes you look at other people and they're like, oh, I just did this class and I made $1 bajillion because of this class. Wow. People were just like typing their credit card numbers in the chat. No one's doing that. That's not safe. Don't do that. But they were just like, you kind of see this all the time. And I was like, that was just not one of those things for me. It wasn't like a fruitful endeavor that I took. I don't regret it, but it didn't make me any money. And two of these women that were sitting there went, that's not true. And I was like, what do you mean? Because it had been probably a year since I had even done the class. And they were like, that's how I found you in the first place. I had no idea who you were. We were not connected. I was not in your group. You were promoting it in other groups. I saw you. I signed up for your class. I fell in love with you. And like, I just started following you immediately. And if it wasn't for that class, we wouldn't be sitting here. Those women have paid me multiple 5 figures at that point. And like, I had no idea. So it's so easy to assume that something that's like not paying you instantly isn't working when in reality, like that's not actual at all. Like that was one of those things that I was putting value in my value bank. And you don't necessarily always know where a client's coming from. Like to me, I don't remember them on the class because, like I said, sometimes there was hundreds of people. I had to upgrade so many times from just like a normal meeting to like a webinar just so that all the people could come in because one of the times people could not access because there was too many people. So it was like it was crazy. And so like they didn't raise their hand, they didn't ask questions, and then they just like flew under the radar for a really long time. And then they did some like lower cost things with me. They did like the audience incubator with me. And to me, that was my first introduction to them. No idea that they had been here for a long time before that, loving and just like soaking up everything I was saying. But it felt like, you know, I didn't know. I didn't know that they were in love with me. I thought that they, I didn't think anything. And so it's one of those things where you think, we often think like no one's paying attention. Like your like highest end clients are not sitting on social media liking, commenting, sharing all day. They're busy. They got shit to do. They're consuming what they want to consume from the people they want to consume from, and they're implementing. They're movers, they're shakers. They got shit going on. It's very easy when we don't get that like instant gratification of like, oh my goodness, well, I just made a pitch on like, okay, I made a pitch on the ChatGPT masterclass yesterday to join the membership. No one did. So that was a waste of time. Okay, that doesn't mean 10 people are going to sign up today. They could, they very well could. Why wouldn't they? Honestly, it's so good in there. Um, are like, oh, I just posted about this $444, 6 months of Voxer with me. Nobody bought it yet. You only had a cart 60 seconds ago. Well, a couple of hours, and all of your friends on the West Coast are probably still asleep, and I don't blame them. Like it's easy. It's easy to be like, oh my God, it's not working. Oh, that didn't work for me. Like, yeah, it brought me leads, but like they hate me. When no, like the things that you're doing now will bear fruit in 6, 12, 18 months from now. No seeds that you plant today are going to bear fruit today. This isn't a fucking video game. And even if it was a video game, like, don't you just hate that like grinding where you like I love video games where you're like, it can take like days in the game to like bear fruit. And you're like, listen, I'm starving to death. Just give me a damn apple. Right? Anyway, real life is you plant the seed, you nurture, you give it sunlight and water, and you whisper sweet nothings to it, and you give it love, and you take care of it, and you trim the dead leaves off, and it bears fruit later and has to get strong and it has to grow, just like the relationships you're in. That doesn't mean that you can't convert someone in your audience quickly. But the reality is, most people are going to be in your world for more than 2 seconds before they start throwing wads and wads and wads of cash at you. They're going to follow a little bit longer and make sure that they vibe with you and see what you're all about. And so everything that you're doing, everything that's happening to you right now is because of a culmination of decisions that you made 18, 12, and 6 months ago, and the actions that you took and the things that you implemented. So if where you're sitting right now is not a place that you're super like, ooh, I'm in love. Okay, you get to make decisions right here and right now today to go in 6 months, I really want to have this. In 12 months, I really want to have that. In 18 months, I really want this to be my reality. That's why I offer longer term things. And that's why this like Valentine's Day Voxer deal is 6 whole months. Imagine how much fucking momentum and like fun and money you can create if you did 6 months with me on sales and content and marketing and branding and your mindset and all of that fun stuff. Where would your business be? Again, it's only $444, friends. I got the link. You want this because you want your content creation to be easy. You want your business to be fun. You want to be enjoying things. You want a lifestyle. Of course you do. And because of all that, this is why you're going to say yes to going into the Voxer channel, the broadcast. It's going to be a good time. All right, my friends, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. What an amazing rest of your day. And I'll see y'all later.